We have a game changer announcement on the end of service gratuity front. UAE employees can now invest it as it bills. So in the UAE, we as employees are all entitled to a gratuity for every fraction of a year served. It's called end of service gratuity, and it's calculated based on the last wage the worker was entitled to, namely our basic salary. And right now, as all employees, it's currently sitting waiting for you in a bank, a pot owned by your company. The downside of all of this, it sounds nice, you've got a money pot, is that it's not earning any interest, it's not compounding for you.
But this is where this story comes in. A new company in Abu Dhabi wants to change that and help you earn money on your gratuity, according to an exclusive report by The National. So for the first time, you'll have the opportunity to choose an investment scheme for a percentage of your salary.
So the GAF benefit scheme by Lunate, if you want to look it up, or also check the article by The National, it will allow employers across the UAE to transfer employees' end of service gratuity to the fund, offering potential investment returns. This is a private scheme available to mainland UAE companies set up outside of free zones, and everyone can access it as long as your employer signs up. So I can't go directly to Lunate. My employer has to do that for me.
That is an incredible opportunity. So if you're thinking, yeah, okay, you have your end of service gratuity there as a safety net and all that stuff, it's just sitting there, it's not gathering any interest. This is a really great tool to have that sort of like investment. I really like that idea. It's really, really cool.
It's really amazing. Obviously, you're not guaranteed, but what you can do is you can choose whether you want a low, medium, or high risk. What would you go for?
Medium. Yeah. It's like when I order coffee, I'm like, I can't commit to something like too much. I can't commit to too low. I'm a medium kind of person. So taking that high risk for me is like, I'm not sure. I'm a little bit too scared, but I want to reap some rewards. So medium.
I'm a medium person as well, but with the end of service gratuity, I always have this thing that like, if I get it, amazing. But it's meant to be the expat or the UAE resident version of retirement, but I just don't earmark that as something that's definitely waiting for me. So then therefore maybe I could be a bit more risky with it. And how much will be invested is a question you might ask. So if you're an employee who's worked less than 5 years, your company will transfer 5.83% of your basic salary to the fund for investment. More than 5 years, they'll do 8.33% of your basic salary month on month, and that's going to compound interest over time.
That sounds amazing, honestly. I feel like it's something that a lot of companies should look into doing for their employees because it's such a great opportunity. There isn't a whole lot riding on it, I think. You choose the risk and the reward.
Yeah, and if you don't want to do it, don't do it. There you go. So exclusive by The National, shared yesterday. It's called the GAF benefits scheme. Scheme?
I call it scheme.
Scheme. Yeah, sorry, it's scheme. I was like, that sounds wrong. The GAF benefits scheme by Lunate.